Sportsguru.vegas coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, greatest city in the world, and a great state too. No state tax here, so trying to center myself. Welcome everybody to the show. Thank you for being here today. Interesting day yesterday. We decided to do the show, and we had a round robin. We had a 4-teamer. We actually went 3-1 on that round robin, and our only loss was the bowl game. We lost Miami of Ohio over at against Minnesota, and they basically ran the ball against them quite effectively. They couldn't stop their running game. That's probably the advantage in the conference. It was the Big Ten against the MAC. They moved the point spread down a lot. It actually opened at 6, and they moved it down to actually 2. And I bought it to 3.5. I got it when it was 2.5. And anytime that happens, gurus, your first instinct might be, well, it's a better bet. It must be good if all the wise guys are on it. And I've not seen that to be true at all. As a matter of fact, we call it EV value. So that means if you're losing point value, right? So if the game opens at 5, 4.5, which is what it opened, and it goes down to 2.5, 2, that means you lost points. And I don't see where that helps personally. I've been doing this for over 25 years. I want to welcome the new Twitter and the new TikTok followers to the show. Some of them are watching the show now that just get the short videos. And I've been repeating on the show, gurus, as you guys know lately, all of my picks that we go over on the show. Obviously, I repost those on short videos on TikTok and Twitter. And also, gurus, if I don't release the plays on this show, I'll put it on the short videos for you. So you're going to get the games anyway. And you need to start looking for that more. I think tomorrow we have a big board. I'm not sure when the games start. If they are early, I have to get those out, and I'll release those games early. And then the show, I'll try to fit in everything that starts after 1 o'clock West Coast time, because what's the sense of giving you a bet on my show if you've already missed it? So that's one of the reasons why we started the short videos on TikTok and Twitter, is so you can get all of the bets. And not everyone. There's some games that start at 8, and I just can't put it together. But almost every bet you're getting now. And yesterday we went 3-1. We hit all of the NBA. We talked about that yesterday. One of them won on the money line. And that was of course, it wasn't the Pistons, right? Oh, God. This team now they've lost 26 in a row, and they're challenging I think it's the Sixers of 014. Now they lost 26 in a row. And they're making fun of this team, and it's funny to laugh at it, but they helped us make some money yesterday. They lost but covered. They actually were winning the game for a while. I saw on the highlights. And that's interesting how this happens. But I told you, gurus, before the day, I said, look, we're going to play these teams because I'm playing these teams. I've been doing this for 25 plus years, gurus. And I'm your guide. And I was going over some things with Mark this morning for the show. We are looking at these secondary bets. So essentially, when I release the round robins, and that's always what I'm playing, I also release what we call a secondary, a smaller bet on the money lines, and you've seen that since I've started the show. And traditionally, that's been a positive thing to do. Interestingly, this year, the money line and secondary bets, meaning the favorite as a favorite, so we'll lay the money line, but then we also lay the minus the points. Those haven't been winning as much, and that includes whether they're an underdog or a favorite. And what that means, gurus, is that cuts into our profits when we're not winning both bets. When you win both bets, boom, they accelerate that ticket rapidly. But if you split, you're still, because I'm betting most of these games are 80% on the spread, 20% money line. If you go back and look at all the games I've released, you've seen that. And that's because these teams especially in the pro level, but even in the college level, they win outright. And you need that value in addition. And there's some years, gurus, where the money lines are going to win more, right? And then there's some years they're not. This happens to be the year they're not so far. So remember, there's a lot of sports left. We have over half of an NBA season, over half of an NHL season, and over half of a college basketball season for these games to win. Now, I talked about the games on Saturday, which were the Raiders won outright at Kansas City, and the Ravens won outright at San Francisco. So we're starting to see what I believe is the beginning of this happening more. So we're obviously going to stay with this because now we need the trend to come back our way. So we need to not only cover, we need to win outright or when we're a dog, and we need to cover those points when we're favored. I actually have 4 round robins today, so I want to get into those because this is going to be a longer show. We have the hockey's come back strong, but they basically every team's playing today. So we have 3 round robins in that. And then we have a couple NBA games we're going to come back with. We're actually going to mix that. We only have 2 NBA, so we're going to mix it with the hockey. And I've decided to split them and try to pick out the better one. And I'll go over that with you guys here in a minute. But I just want to let you gurus know that whenever I release plays to you, they're based on long-term results, something I've been seeing over a long period of time. And we can't always, as professional of anything, whether you talk to a broker in the market, or whether you talk to a real estate investor, or whether you talk to someone like me, we're going to tell you the same thing. In those markets of real estate and stocks, they're a little more predictable, okay? Meaning a conservative stock that pays a good dividend that's been around a long time, they're not going to fluctuate a whole lot unless we have a huge turn in the market for a pandemic or some crazy shit like that. Real estate is the same in a way. It's more trendy, right? So when the interest rates are high, that means they're not moving as many homes because people can't afford to borrow money. That's pretty much a common formula. Well, sports betting is not like any of those because it's a more random. So you don't really know what you're doing. If you look at my wagers, about half of them are favorites, half of them are dogs. I do like betting dogs more because you can win twice. You only have to win once. When you bet a favorite, you have to win twice, right? So, but I'm not discretionary when I make wagers. I like whoever I like. Whatever I think we have an advantage at, I'm going to bet that no matter if they're favorites or a dog, no matter what league it's in. And that's my job, is to help guide you guys through this process. And I'm doing that for you guys. There's a lot of work here, a couple pages worth of games. Takes time for me to research. Then I have to put the games in the right order. I would have to do this for myself anyway. That's why I started this show. Because what I'm doing for me, I'm simply doing this for you now too. So I make it available on a show platform instead of just betting it for myself. And that's why I'm starting the show, because when you go on Disney, ESPN, I see First Take sends me little Twitter messages, and they're not telling me anything. In fact, I'm charging my phone, so but they don't tell you anything. I think one of them this morning said Shannon Sharp talks about why Detroit's terrible or whatever the hell they're doing. None of it has anything to do with winning in sports. Not a goddamn, nothing they're doing. They're characters. They're Disney characters. They played the game, so that would make one feel that they have more likely to help you win And nothing could be further from the truth. As a matter of fact, playing the game can distort your understanding of how to win betting sports. And why do I know that, gurus? Because when I came here, I was an athlete. My brother played at San Diego State football scholarship. I played and I was a maniac, so I quit school, blah, blah, blah. But I always looked at sports as more from a competitive standpoint, right? Oh, this team should blow this team out. They're simply just better. And how well has that knowledge really got us as handicappers and investors? Not very far. So you have to learn how to look at things from a macro and cerebral level, because anyone can beat anyone, right? And then you want to find out the best probability of making money off that. So if anyone can beat anyone, that means you got a lot of work here to do to try and give you the best advantage of making some money. With that said, I want to go into the first round robin. And let's go. I also, gurus, want you guys, you can comment on the show whenever you want. You know, I'm releasing a lot of games to you guys. You should have an opinion on some of them. If you live in these states and you have news that could help us, I want you to share that news with us. This show is worldwide. That means anyone can watch this from anywhere in the world, and they will be. You know, as soon as the Super Bowl comes and I get over this damn virus, I'll be able to meet people again, and it will get that moving. But if you have information from a place you live at, share that with us so we can make more money. That's what we're here for. But just to get things started, I put this round robin out here, and I try to bet as many three teamers as I can, gurus. Yesterday we had a 4. We went 3-1 and 1-3 on the money line. Now, Miami of Ohio, I only bet on the spread. I didn't take them on the money line because the money line moved so far. The points moved down so far, there was no advantage anymore. But the other 3 went 1-2. If they go 2-1, so if either Detroit or the Wizards could win yesterday, we'd have had a better day. It's hard, though, to make that happen, and we talked about that yesterday. But 80% of our money or more, now I went 80-20, so or more, you can bet 90-10. You don't have to bet the money line at all. And if you haven't been betting the secondary bet, you've been doing much better. If you've been betting straight, you've been doing better. So what I'm doing is the way I invest. It makes it more interesting. It obviously makes your upside higher when you win, and that's what I've been doing. But every show, guru, I've told you this from the very beginning. I want you to do things how you want to do them. Use me as a guide, right? You can follow all these picks if you want, and you'll be okay. Or you can manipulate them on your own. That's up to you. This is a show. It doesn't cost you anything but time, and I'm putting time in to give the show to you. So you're not losing either way. You're actually empowering yourself by watching this show. So the first, that's why we're doing this, gurus. We don't censor people on my show like they do on Disney, ESPN, and mainstream media. We actually empower people. We want you guys to comment. We want to hear what you have to say. Use that right that we have to fight for. That's right. We have to fight for this right. I'm doing it by starting a show. I paid for most of this out of my own investment, but I also had some people help me because they believe in what I'm doing and they know what I'm doing is the right thing. And I will continue to do it until we're global. And I expect to be the biggest show in American history, and we're going to make that happen. So you just have to win games and get the word out. That's the only thing you have to do. With that being said, we're going to go with the Magic at home. Now, I've changed it a little bit from when Chase and David were helping me because I have a different keyboard. We're going to fix that hopefully today. My keyboard doesn't have some of these. It's made in a different country, if you can believe that. It's an Apple keyboard made in a different country, so it doesn't have access to all the different parentheses. So here's what we have. Magic on the money line. Embiid's out today for Philly. So we're going to go with Orlando at home. They need to start winning. They've been winning lately. Embiid's one of the best players in the league. Certainly on this team, he's a big part of this team. So we're going to take the Magic. And then we're going to go into the NHL. We have the Bruins on the road, and they should take care of this team. These teams tend to do that with each other. They tend to beat each other on the road. So we're going to go with Boston in this position, and we're going to go 100% money line on that. as a road favorite. It's a mid-range favorite. I call that in hockey, but it technically is a favorite. And then we have the Predators. So the Predators is actually my best play today. In of all the games, the Predators are the best game, and they are at home. They're playing Carolina. They beat them earlier, and now they're making them a small puck line dog. So I kind of like that. So we know they can beat them. Let's see if they can beat them at home, and they should. There's no reason to believe they can't in this position. These teams have had a lot of days off because of the holidays, gurus. You guys know this. And this tends to favor the home teams on these holiday. This isn't just one holiday. It's Christmas. It's everything, right? We have to go meet our family, our relatives. These players have responsibilities with family. They're the main financial breadwinners of their families. So they're asked to do more. That's just the way it works. And we're going to try and take advantage of that, especially with some of these teams who are low profile teams today we're betting. And you're going to find that in these next 3 round robins. This is my best round robin today. I believe this has the highest chance of winning. And when I say that, gurus, that means you can invest 10 to 20% more, which is what I'm going to do. So you can follow that if you like. And again, this show here, I'm your guide. So you want to follow me, go ahead. That's why I'm here. But I do tell you that within the show, these plays I have as a better, I believe the Magic is a better play than the Wizards today. So that's why we're going to play that for a little more. And the Predators, because they're our best bet, we're going to put them on 2 different round robins. So you're going to see that. The next round robin is, here it comes. All right, it's all hockey now because that's a big hockey board. For this particular board, we're going to play all these home teams ice. We have the Blues are at home. They have a new coach, so we hope we're having favorable, what I call favorable numbers, gurus, money in this case, value. And when days like this come around and we win, we accelerate our bets because all of these plays we're getting good value. All of them. Remember, we're at home, which is supposed to give us an advantage. And I think we're going to see that more now after the holiday. Remember, the longer the season goes, teams get more tired. So the home tends to be a bigger place to get your wins and advantages, not only playing the game, but betting it as well. So we have the Blues at home with a new coach, and let's hope they can at least cover the puck line. It's a revenge to Dallas. They lost earlier to this team. So let's beat them again, right? We're at home again, so beat them again. And then we have Arizona. Now we know Arizona has been a team that's been a bottom feeder, right, for many years. I don't even know if Gretzky still owns it, but they've been playing better hockey this year. They're actually a good team, and they've beaten this team already at home. And then they lost, which is typical. Colorado's a top team, but now they come back home and they're making them a home dog. So we want to take that. And again, time off helps the home team here in this spot, not the road. Road had to travel. They had to go to holiday dinners and do who knows where the hell they had to fly to. They all have money, so they can jump in a private jet and take off with their families for the night. And they do, some of them. And what that does is that hurts you in games right after the holidays. You haven't played in a few days. And that favors the home team. You're not going to hear that on Disney, ESPN. They don't know their head from their ass. All right, all these shows do, gurus, is talk about what's already happened, which we already know what happened. So what the hell's that going to help us? We already know what happened. Okay, you want to spin it 1,000 different ways with all these characters on Disney, ESPN, and Fox, and go ahead. You can spin it 1,000 times. It comes up the same nonsense. Good for television. It's good for entertainment, but you're not learning any. You're not getting better, right? With the guru, you get better. You empower yourself. You get smarter. You're already smart, and now you're going to improve your position as handicappers because you're dealing with an expert. Period. That's how it works. It took me a long time to get to this level. And I'm sharing this with you to empower you guys. We want to grow this show. This is a movement, gurus. We want to be big. We want to influence the world with these games and with this show. We want uncensored comments. And again, you guys are welcome. It says right here, share, comment, like, subscribe, do all that. Because you can't grow if you don't do that. Even Amway. I don't know if you're familiar with Amway. When you go into Amway, if you don't reach out to anyone, you won't have any businesses. Your business will stop. So it's called networking. Now, I'm not out there. I'm the main guy, right, for promoting the show. In time, everyone else will promote it, right, because they'll see the value. I won't have to do as much. But I'll always be promoting my show. I'll be going on other shows promoting it, and that's what I'm going to be doing the rest of my life. I've been doing it anyway. I've been helping people make money for 25 years betting sports. This is what I do. And this is all I've done, so I might as well keep doing it. But now I can reach a bigger market. But that I need your guys' help for that. So I've done my part. I will continue to do my part, and I need you to do yours. So we have the Predators, and we're going to kingpin that. So we have the Blues at home, Coyotes at home, and Predators. And all three are puck line dogs. As you see, 80% on the puck line, 20% money line. Again, we can win all of these bets. We're at home. You can even go a little higher on the money lines if you want, gurus. I'm going to keep it at 80-20, following a trend of chop. But the trend, I believe, is going to start favoring us on these on these what we call secondary bets. They're important in our profit by the end of the season, and you'll find that out. So go ahead and take care of that. Okay, then we're going to go to the next round robin. And this is not in any order. So I just put these games out in this order. This is probably the bet that this game that probably has the least. I like the least, but if you notice, I put them all together, right? And that's what you're supposed to do. And gurus, you don't know how many times I've put a round robin in with three teams positions that I like the least that wins. That happens, or I wouldn't do it. Everything I'm doing for you guys, I've already done for me hundreds of times, thousands in some cases. And it's interesting how that happens, but it does. Yeah, we have a horrible Blackhawk team, right? But they're not horrible. In their minds, they're rebuilding. They're a young team. They have a couple stars, 18-year-old star. And when he becomes an all-star, I'll remember him. Bottom line is they need to start winning. They're professionals. They've struggled this year, the Blackhawks. But they're playing Winnipeg, who completely kicks their ass most of the time. So what we want to see is a trend. So if I'm coaching one of these teams, gurus, right? And you could argue I would have been a great coach. And it's not an argument. I would do everything in my power today if I was the Blackhawks to show up. And you want this game to be a close game. You don't want to keep this cycle of getting your ass kicked every time. That's disgusting. You're paid professionals, right? Win. Now, hell, the Pistons lost 26 in a row, but they covered the spread yesterday at least. At least they didn't just tank. Right? So we want to see Chicago start handling their business. Chicago's a great sports town. Say what you want about their politics, but for sports, they're great fans. But Cub fans, White Sox even fans, Bulls fans. These are traditional. The Bulls were huge in the '90s, obviously with MJ, and in the late '80s. But that transcends. These fans still remember those glory days, and they want that back. And it's up to the owners and the organization to maintain that standard. And the Blackhawks are really no different. They're a big city, and they need to represent better. They're getting their asses kicked. So let's get out and get it done today. And if I was a coach, this is a nice thing I would tell them. I'm being nice in front of the camera. If they are my players, I'd be in their fucking grills. Period. Talking shit. Let's go. Get your ass out there and win. That's how, America used to be more like that. And we got to return to that. We're supposed to be kicking some ass here. Let's go. And we're going to. We're going to make some changes next year. But with us gurus, it starts here with the show, right? I'm your guide. I'm going to help guide you guys. You're smart too. So we're all going to put these games together and we're going to win. That's what we're going to do. We're going to compete. And then we have to win too at some point. And we are. We're in, we've had things are adjusting back our way. We had a good couple weeks to start, chopped a little in the last couple, came back in the fifth, and now here we go. So the next game is the Sharks. Again, a team that probably nobody would bet today. But the Kings, what the hell? They're not that strong at home this year. They've been killing everyone on the road. And they've been at home. Now, so Guru, why are you betting road teams? You're saying that the home is favored with the holiday. Well, you know what? If you're gonna make a team a huge favorite and you're gonna give me a lot of point value, I'm gonna flip the switch and take the road team. It's all about value gurus here on this show. And about, it's like if you're shopping in the grocery store in the produce, you have two tomatoes or you pick the one that looks better. That's cheaper. If one's cheaper and looks better, you're going to take that in a heartbeat, period, if you're smart. I shop like that. I shop like I bet. And you better, or why wouldn't you? If you're a chef, right, and you work for a private a player, an athlete who makes a lot of money, it's up to you to buy the ingredients at the best price you can get for your owner, the person paying you, your boss in this case. That's the right. You tell them, look, I got this at a good price. They're going to say, good job. Probably give you a bonus. So you're always trying to find the best deal. And sports betting is no different. You just have to know what the best deal is. And a lot of people don't know that. It takes time. So we got the Sharks, and they're getting a cajillion on the road. Blackhawks are getting a good number at home. And then we have the Wizards, right? Right. And the Wizards won yesterday. We've done pretty well with the Wizards this year, betting on them. They've been covering decently for Guru and you guys out there. So we're going to come back with them. They played yesterday. They covered. They haven't gone anywhere. They're getting 8 again. And so we're going to bet them again. They're playing the Raptors, right? They're not going to the playoffs, it looks like. I do like some of their players that were Toronto. But they're not. It doesn't look like they're going to the playoffs. They're in a rebuilding kind of cycle, if you will. They have Siakam as their center, and they have a couple other players, a kid from Florida State they picked up. So they're rebuilding, right? They had their glory time with Leonard when they won a championship. But we're going to come back with the Wizards. They've been taking care of us. Now, they don't win, and that's one of the things I was telling you, gurus, about. They don't win, but they've been covering. So that's why we're doing the 80-20. You can go 90-10. I put 80-20 just to make it easy. I personally won't go less than that. I don't think these teams have much chance of winning. Maybe the Wizards, because they haven't left. They're at home. But, Blackhawks are playing a very good team, and the Sharks are playing a very good team. But that doesn't mean we can't win. This is the professional level. So we still want to put that 10%. Put 15 if you want, gurus. Whatever you want to do. And again, you can mix these games. Some of you guys are really good hockey handicappers. You know what you're doing. I'm just giving you a general guide to winning in sports wagering. And all these sports are similar. They're different enough to make it very hard to win and impossible if you don't have experience. But similarly, there are things about them that are similar, and we try to maintain that standard. And then so we have the Wizards at home, and they're getting 8. So we'll go back and we'll do the last one here. So we have 4 of them today, gurus. We have 4 round robins today. And this is the last one. And again, no particular order. The last one I showed you, probably the least, but it could win because of the value. And this one is we have the Capitals. And again, they're They're at the Rangers, two new coaches, right, for both teams. A revenge to the Rangers, and the Rangers are very good. They're leading point wise in the NHL in the East, so they're a very good team. They came out firing. It's a long season, Gurus. And for me, they already won the Capitals. So I'm going to take them with a big number on the road. They're to me, the Rangers are too high today. And again, these teams have had time off, which does favor the home team. But is 2 minus 215 really a reasonable number? This team already beat them. They beat them in at home, but they beat them. So what the hell? I'm going to bet them again on the road. And again, no back to backs. Nobody's been playing. So we want to bet the home team, right, in the holidays, but we don't always earn. We're not gonna. We're gonna be fair and bet whatever we think is going to help us win. Why does value matter? Because when you bet these games, you don't expect the team to win. The Capitals could win. They're a good team. The new team, middle of the pack. Some of these teams aren't good teams. Obviously, the Sharks aren't a good team. You know, Blackhawks are not. So we're hoping to cover that puck line, and that's our advantage in hockey. In some games, we're betting the money line, but we're mainly going to bet the puck line. And so in this last round robin, you see we have the Capitals 80-20 because they can win again. The Blue Jackets, Columbus, they're on the road. And they're at the Devils. And then again, the Devils are at home, but not the best home team this year. So again, we have an overvalued game. These teams have kind of beat each other this year on the road. Maybe that's where they're more comfortable. I don't know. And yes, it could change. But all we care about is we cover the puck line, right? And we'd like to win too. So that's why I put 80-20 in this spot. They could win this game. They already proven that. So we can go 20. But again, Gurus, you can go between 10 and 20%. That's up to you guys. And you don't have to bet anything. If you've been on this show and you've not bet the secondary bet, you're more ahead than me. And if you've just bet straight, you're ahead than me, more ahead. My games, betting them straight. Now, Gurus, just to let you know, I do bet these games straight too. All right. But not all of them. And it depends. Right. So I like to mainly bet the round robin and forget it, leave it alone. But again, this is a show. I'm empowering you, guiding you, and you have your own intelligence. You've been doing this. If you haven't, follow me more. If you have, incorporate these bets. I always tell new gurus I meet, if you're winning, you'll win more. And if you're not winning, you're going to compete and you'll start winning because you have to learn how to win. It's a process. Best thing to do is learn from someone who has already, me, not them, not the Disney ESPN, not Stephen A. and all these crackpots. I sent him a message today, Stephen A. I said, you're going to find out who I am real soon. And when you do, you're going to be running from me because you don't have what I have. You have a show, you're popular. But what is your content? What are you helping people with? You're an entertainer. That's what you are. And let's make that clear. So I am too. I need to entertain. And eventually we'll have guests on this show, gurus. We'll have celebrities on here. We just launched this show. Shit, Stephen A.'s been in reporting for 25 plus years. And hats off to him. He got his degree, went to a school in Philadelphia. He was not that good of an athlete. We saw that. He can't even reach home plate. And he threw the first ball out. But he did his time, and good for him. He's getting his riches from being in something for a long time. Well, guess what? I've been handicapping as long as he's been a reporter. Who do you think's more qualified to give you bets? That's not even close. We don't even talk about this. But that's why I'm here. I have to prove that now to you. And we are, day at a time. Blue Jackets. And the final one is the Ducks. Right? They're at home today. Good old Ducks are playing my team, the Knights, right? And the Knights are kind of cruising for top team still. But really, they won a Stanley Cup last year, and that means every team they play is gunning for them. Every game everyone's giving them their best game. They want to beat the best. That's the beauty of being the best. Stephen A, you could argue, he's the most popular person on sports television these days. Therefore, guys like me are picking on him, because he's not the best at what I do. He's not. And I don't believe he's the best anyway. I think Undisputed's a better show. I think there's better shows with more qualified guests and hosts than this person. He admits he doesn't bet sports, Stephen A. So how the hell can he help you? He's afraid to put his own money out there. That's what it is. And he certainly doesn't want to have a debate with Guru. I'll destroy this person. He's got no shot against me. And you'll find that out one day, Gurus. You stay with Guru. I got you. I got you. So to finish this out, we have the Capitals on the road, and it's another. They played this team earlier, beat them, and come back, beat them again. Why not? You're on the road, good value. And then we got Columbus at the Devils. They've proven they can beat them. They're getting a big number, and New Jersey's not that great this year at home. And Columbus has beaten them already. And then we have the Ducks. Why can't they win? We could have a very big day today, Gurus. We really could. We're trending towards these secondary bets. Not only the puck lines covering, but these teams winning now. We can get both of that. But I'm going to still go in the 80-20 area, and follow me on this if you want, Gurus, but you're smart. Have fun with this. Number one, Gurus. Have fun with what we're doing. So I want you to be responsible, right? Bet what you can afford. And I want you to be here with me for years and years. So we're going to keep things in moderation, right? We're going to enjoy this process. And I want us to have a really big day today. It's possible. The Gurus hasn't even been hot yet. And we're competing. Wait till I get hot. This is going to get real fun, Gurus. And that's why I'm doing the show. I want people to see trends, right? So when you're betting your own games and you're just learning. I've met a lot of people out there who are just learning, and they don't know, just like myself when I started. We had no clue over the long-term consequences of our decision making. What maybe look good for a month won't look good the next month, and the same year to year, and you have to know the difference. And I do, and that's why I'm here to help you. And I have so far, but there's more to be done. We need to get this profit in the black here, get over the profit margin, where we're no longer competing, we're winning. And days like this can do that. I like the value in these games today, and we're still dealing with the Christmas, New Year, right? We're in the middle of that. So teams aren't quite as focused as they normally were. They had a few days off, and I believe that's going to help us in all of these picks today. So let's go over them one more time, and then we'll move on here. The first one I told you I probably like more, and you can go 10 to 20% more, is the Magic. No Embiid today for Philly. Low number team. That's a young team, but they've proven themselves this year. I'm going to play them in this spot. This is an advantage they can take advantage of here in this game. And they need Embiid, Philly, to win, in my opinion. The Bruins are on the road. They usually win this game, so we're going to stay with that. We have a minus 155. That's a mid-range price. That's reasonable, so we're going to play that out. And the Bruins are at Buffalo. They should win that game. Again, no time off, but also that can benefit the team we're betting on, right? So they've had some rest too. So let's see if we can take care of business here. Predators, which is our best bet today. And I wanted to tell you that, Guru, so you're aware of that. And we're going to bet them twice. So they're at home against Carolina. So we're going to group these three. That's your first one. Your second one is the 3-team in NHL home round robin, which is the Blues. They have a new coach. Let's see if they can come back and win again. Good value at home. Coyotes have proven so far they can handle this team. So far, we have another half of a season left, but so far, we like the value at home. We're going to take Arizona. And again, we're going to kingpin I call it kingpinning. So when we like a game enough, we'll put it on 2 tickets. And we did that with the Predators today. Then we have the third round robin. This is probably our weakest one, but again, that matters in very little in the big scheme of things, gurus. I'm letting you know that now. Uh, Blackhawks are at home, a weak team, but they're getting good value. And again, this holiday could be helping us here. We have that little downtime. Sharks are on the road. Uh, they are at the Kings, and the Kings aren't as good at home as they are on the road. That's just random. And maybe the distractions will hurt the Kings this weekend with all the hoopla going on at Christmas and in LA, right? And then I believe it's the Wizards. So I'm sorry, yeah, San Jose, the Kings, and then the Wizards are at home. We had them yesterday, gurus. Now we come back and take them with the points today. And they can win. They're playing Toronto. It's a back-to-back. They'll be a little tired. But the money, the spread is good value, almost 8 at home. You can get 8, buy it to 8 if you have to. And then the last one, gurus, is the Capitals. And they're over at, and I don't have Chase or David with me today, and that'll be more likely than not. They'll come in once in a while. Capitals, they can win this game. We're getting good value on the road. They're playing New York, 2 new coaches. We have Columbus at the Devils, and again, they've already proven they can win. So we have a good value in this game. They're not the best home team either, Devils. And then we have the Ducks at home against Vegas. And again, the Vegas has won it last year. That took a lot out of them. They've been going to the playoffs every year. So they're up for this game, Anaheim. Big game for them. A lot of fans will be there. It's holidays, so people have off. So they're going to take their kids to some games. And that's why it favors the home team, gurus, in this spot. All 4 of these round robins, I think we will compete today. We're getting good value, which means if we have a good day, which we could, boom, we can accelerate these profits big. And that's what we're always trying to do. We're always prepared to have a big day. And you have to be prepared for that. It's not just going to come. You have to do the work to prepare for success. And in any one of these days, we can have it, gurus. And I've lined these games up to give us the best chance. But use your own intelligence to mix them up. The key is to have fun. We didn't have any bowl games today I liked, but we will probably this weekend. It's going to be a very busy weekend, gurus. I talked to you about that yesterday on the show. Friday's going to be a big day, a lot of basketball, college. Saturday, a lot of college. So we're going to have a lot of college basketball. That's just the way it is. These pro games, now there's a lot more history. Teams have been playing one another. So you're going to see a higher volume of bets coming down the pipeline with Guru. And this is when the profits can accumulate. And this will be fun to watch how that happens. But I want you to enjoy this ride, enjoy this process, and keep coming on the show. The show is very important because I put these videos on for 15, 20 seconds, and I'm going to be doing 4 of them today on on TikTok and Twitter. 4 round robins, 4 short videos. But I can't talk to the Twitter and TikTok viewers like I can you guys. But they've been coming on the show lately, a couple of them. So that'll keep happening. Because, people like these shows. Look at First Take and all this nonsense, Pat McAfee, all this crap, right? They're basically, what are they doing? They're having fun at your expense. Now, if you're enjoying it, great. Keep watching. But make sure you watch me too if you want to compete and make some money betting sports. We shoot this Monday through Friday, noon to 1. Sundays, I've been shooting it the last 3 weeks in the NFL to help you guys in the NFL because that's a biggest day is the NFL. And we're winning this year in the NFL. So we're having a good year in the NFL. We're everything's going the way it needs to, except now the results. We need these secondary bets to start winning. I believe they will. And let's hope a day like today that happens, gurus. So I went over all these with you guys. And now, um, basically, back to business. Comment, like, subscribe. I just run that the whole show. Can't grow without your help, right? I'm doing my part. I need you to do your part, gurus. I will be out there hopefully by this weekend. You can still tell I'm battling this. I've had it for almost 2 weeks. It's nasty. It's a nasty virus, and it's a new one. I can tell over and over all these names they give. It's insanity. And I get two of them every year. That's just clockwork for me. And they usually take me out 2 weeks per shot. It's the way it is. So, but that's why I'm doing this show so I can reach you guys no matter what condition I'm in. I can still reach you guys. I can still get all my work done. It doesn't interfere with that. It's just I have no energy. So I have enough to do the show, put the videos on, and go to bed the rest of the night. All right. Getting old, gurus. Be 58 tomorrow. Guru is my birthday. So give me some subscriptions for my birthday, right? All right, gurus. So I went over the round robins. We have 4 of those. It's going to get real busy, gurus. So let's have some fun with this. And when we make some money here, this thing could get real exciting for us, gurus. And I hope I make that possible for you guys. I'm giving you everything I got. And I want you to spread the word, right? That's very important. Help the guru out here. So very sophisticated. The work I'm doing takes a lot of time, but I like doing it. I've done it for myself for almost 30 years. How hard is it to do an hour show and help you guys out with this? And I believe that's what's happening now. So I want you to enjoy the games today. There's a lot of them, a lot of hockey if you like that, couple NBA. But have fun, spend some more time with your family. New Year's is coming up. So maybe with the guru, we're going to have an exciting new year. Give you guys something to look forward to. You know, their manipulation is coming to an end, Disney, ESPN. Now you have a new voice out here, someone to help guide you, not these clowns that you watch. That's what they are. They're clowns. Okay, high-paid clowns to distract you from winning. So there is information they share that'll help you win. You just got to know how to use it, and that's what I'm here for. So they can't help you with that. So I want you guys come back tomorrow. Again, it might be less games tomorrow than today because hockey, there's a lot of plays that a lot of these teams have played now. But who knows? It's random. Each day we had 1 4-teamer yesterday. Today we have 4 3-teamers, Kingpin, the Predators. And here we go, gurus. So come back tomorrow at noon. I want to thank you guys for being here today. I love you guys, right? Let's keep this positive energy going. Let's keep this winning going. Let's get some momentum here. Let's have some fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow at noon. Have a great day today.